Episode 5 of Reacher Season 3 starts with Reacher racing to the warehouse to try and save Duffy and Villy. Reacher rings the Elliot to know about them. Either Duffy and Villy are there or not. Elliot said they're not here. Reacher told him McCabe's man can reach there anytime. They're not attending my phone. Elliot rings the factory phone number to inform both of them that they're caught. A shootout inevitably ensues, just as Reacher shows to save them both. Reacher shoot out one person. Of course, at this point the men have no idea that Reacher is not working on their side, and this gives him the edge. Within the skirmish, Duffy also killed one guy and drops her badge during the shoot. When Duffy was ready to kill last one, Reacher stopped her not to kill him because Reacher knows it'll look suspicious if they just get away, and Reacher is the last man standing. So he gives Duffy instructions on how to get away. He also warns Duffy about Angel's laptop, telling her to throw it out the window when she drives off. Reacher helped them to get out from the warehouse by shoot out the McCabe's man. Villy dropped the laptop and move away. Reacher came outside from the back door and stuck the car in thick mud. As far as Harley is concerned, these guys are degenerates. They were federal agents. They reached to the back's home, and Reacher throwed down the dead body of McCabe's man in the water. You're not worried about his pals to be killed. He told them they're not pals. They're like a cannon fodder. McCabe needs a warm bodies to do things done. He pulls them in from all over the dishonorable discharges from the service. Men brought in to work for Quinn are chronically antisocial and basically unhireable elsewhere. Reacher drops down the another one guy also. Honestly, I can't wait for Reacher to kick this guy's ass. Reacher rings Duffy to know about that they're okay, and talk about the next move. Duffy thanks him to save them. Reacher said, saving the life of good person is pretty. Duffy remains optimistic that they'll get a break here, as evidenced by her and Villy splitting up and hitting several more locations the follow day. Villy is going to take his own car to check out the more grounds. We've taken more addresses from Angel's laptop. I'm going to hit a place that makes storage crates, which they use them to move the rugs. Villy is going to some kind of industrial lubricant plant. It looks like a legal operation that Quinn might buy some product from for some reason. Reacher said that Quinn guys could be waiting there. They know that feds are snooping around. We've no choice. Maybe they'll have to move the Teresa. If we're lucky, maybe we catch in the act. If we do, I'm taking him out. Sounds like a plane. Without the laptop, it seems they may be able to strike lucky, and she feeds all of this back to Reacher, who brings up that he has her badge. Bex asked to Reacher, were these guys really feds? He said Harley got a better look than I did. McCabe sent 2 men, they're staying in the kitchen. It's your house, say them to leave this place. It doesn't work like that. First thing, that Angel dead, and second is these feds. He's on edge and pissed. You're my security head and do your job. However, there are bigger problems to deal with here. McCabe's men show up, swinging their balls around, but Reacher soon puts a stop to that and knocks one of them out with a bone-crunching slam of the table. While Reacher has the badge situation to handle, which he eventually stuffs in his pillowcase, Stephen Elliott falls for John Cooper's charm and lets him have a smoke. The thing is, he's actually got a mouth full of flammable medicine from the table, and Cooper soon beats the poor agent to a pulp and escapes. When Duffy returns to the cabin, she finds Stephen dead. She quickly rings Reacher to let him know, including how their cover is probably blown now. Maybe he has told the Beck that kidnapping attempt was fake. If he has told him, then Paulie would be up here to tear my head off. Maybe Copper is coming to meet Beck. You've very short time. The only solution, if they have time, is to use Villy as a distraction in order to stop John before it's too late. Reacher rings the Villy to take blind turn, leads toward the Beck's house, and empty the car. I'll be there as soon as possible I can. Villy asked what's going on. Bodyguard killed the Elliot that Duffy reached there. She helps, destroying the generator so it cuts the power to the whole facility and prevents John from phoning ahead. Beck asked him what's going on here. Someone cut off the supply. Maybe they're working with Angel Doll. But we have killed a bunch of their people in the past 24 hours. Could be retribution. Might be coming after with your son. Paulie came to inform that electricity downfall all over the property. Gates are open by default. Reacher aid who's watching this. One McCabe man is watching it. Get down there with him. We might be going to war. Beck said follow the instruction. If you didn't, then after this operation you'll be not on your post. I am going to the end of the road. If anyone coming toward inside, then inform me. Rich Kim, what happened? Go back to your room and lock it. Everything will be fine. Reacher moved away. Villy emptied the car. Quinn gives instructions to Beck to have the whole house searched. Believing there's a rat in the midst, they started the checking of all the things inside the house. Reacher reached there and said, pull your car middle of the road. We're going to flip it over. So, Reacher flips Villy's car on the one road into town. The idea here is to stage a crash, so the only road into the facility is blocked when John needing to get out and help. It works a treat, and Reacher kills Cooper. After that, Reacher get Beck to the Beck's house before they send someone to check on me. On his way back, Duffy rings and reveals that she's going to explain everything to the higher-ups when all this is said and done. It'll cost her job, of course, but it's a price she's willing to pay to make things right. Reacher thanks her for the help and returns to Beck's. There, he finds that Beck is not happy. He's had the whole house searched and realizes they have a Fed in their midst. It's not the badge that they've found, thankfully, but they have discovered a secret phone in the maid's room. Turns out Annette was actually working with the ATF this whole time. She is giving all detail of my business and cargo services. McCabe is blaming me because I hired her. Reacher offers to talk to her and get some information. You want to talk to Frenchie, you have to go to the Ouija board. Reacher said you killed her. He said no, but unfortunately Paulie has already said his piece. He killed her. Reacher is not happy and tries to punch this slab of muscle, but comes up short. The man barely moves. Instead, he turns and punches Reacher back, causing him to cough up blood. Reacher is forced to toss Annette's body after, but he's not particularly happy about it. He does get a cheap shot in against Harley, though, so there is that. After, he speaks to Duffy that Maid was ATF, they killed her. And the pair discuss how Quinn's operation appears to be far more geared toward guns and firepower than drugs. This explains why they weren't able to find anything in the truck. It all makes sense. Beck met with Prado, international drug runner, needed untraceable weapons. I didn't understand that why Beck need a mechanic. But Quinn demand that weapons are in perfect working order before selling. That's why they found the address of Lubricant Industry in Angel Doll laptop. They purchased the oil, test the gun, and grease up. It's white glove services. That's why Dog could not sniff anything in the truck. There were no drugs, only guns. Quinn is clearly running a top-rate operation here, including all the bells and whistles needed to do business with anybody who needs guns. If they can kill the maid, they can also kill Teresa. I am worried about her. In the morning, though, Reacher is called out to the warehouse with Beck. Reacher believes that he's en route to meet Quinn, and he tells Duffy that if it comes to it, he's quite happy to fight his way out of this. Despite getting past him in Portland and Virginia, Reacher is not about to make that same mistake again. In fact, he's going to try and shoot his way out and escape. Duffy is quick to point out that this is suicide, and even worse, it could spook them into killing Teresa if she's still alive. This also means that they'd move their operation on and go. But Reacher believes Teresa is already dead, so this doesn't matter. When they find someone Feds, they killed them immediately, so Teresa will be killed by them. She's gone. She becomes depressed. Duffy and Villy stake the warehouse out, though, just as Reacher shows up to meet Quinn. He was ready to kill him, and waiting for that moment for some time now.